Welcome back to Lucid Trading for round 2. And stocks are going down substantially. The world is ending. Yeah, I was in the Discord community. If you haven't joined the Discord community, by the way, make sure you check it out. There's a link for the Discord in the description. Everybody's panicking. Everybody's saying the market's going to go down. I think it's another day where we're getting substantial discounts on beautiful companies back to back to back to back. You know, it's happening every single day now. Institutions want to go into cash, which is fine by me. You know, inflation is going to eat up that cash. About 6% right now, right? 6% inflation annualized. So yeah, that's happening right now. I mean, there's a lot of selling going on. I mean, look at this. Bumble finally came back to 36.3. I bought some Bumble. I'm very happy. We got a nice discount there, about 5.5% from that all-time high, and I bought some Bumble. So very, very happy about that one. It could fill the gap, you know, who knows. Robinhood, look at the Robinhood, by the way. Robinhood down 8.2 percentage points, you know, from that all-time high, after our high that we had, down 8.2%. Unbelievable. That is just mind-numbing. I still think Robinhood is a great company, and I think it does not deserve to be treated like this after all the downside that we've seen with this company. I mean, it is just crazy to consider that this is, you know, still going down here. By the way, smash that like button. If you just joined, make sure you hit that like button. That would really, really be awesome. It helps with the algorithm. You can't see the dislike count anymore, I know that, but do make sure you smash that like. See if we can get everybody back into the stream here. Welcome back to Unai, Jesse, Jackarini, Dara, Yopidi, Alex, Greg, Lander, LFTE Fit, Jill. Did I say James already? The Tech Freaks, Alan, William, Rupesh, Jesus, Lenny, Brandon, and Sergey Caprian. Welcome back. I have a feeling that my microphone's sensitivity is up a little bit too much because I think... Yeah, okay, give me 1 second here. Yeah, it's not going to be a very big difference, but maybe a tiny amount. I'm lowering the microphones. Hold up, let's see. Test. Okay, this should be good. Please let me know whether the microphone is better now this way or whether it's too low or too high volume. Please let me know. That would really help. Look at BuzzFeed. Look at BuzzFeed right now, right? BuzzFeed is just selling on selling and selling further and selling more. BuzzFeed's sitting at like $6.2, market cap of like 800 million. This company is worth 1.5 billion, at least. It has been worth 1.5 billion at the least. It's worth half now because of all the selling pressure that we're seeing in the market, because of the temporary downwards swing that we're seeing here. It is worth half of its initial valuation. This is damn, I don't know. It is just nutty. It is just incredible how people are just panic selling on panic selling, as if the world is ending, which is not the case, obviously. This is just, I think it's pure irrationality. And we're going to see that very soon, you know. I'm telling you, like, this is going to turn around so quickly. And people are going to realize, like, oh my gosh, I wish I did not sell. Very quickly as well. NEO sitting at 34 right now. Like, look at this. NEO sitting at 34. I think it's a buying opportunity. So I thought it was a buying opportunity at 35, 33, 32. I think it's going to bounce viciously next coming days. Probably back to that 38, 37 zone. And Tesla, look at that. Tesla's going down substantially here as well. It might be because Elon Musk is selling, but it could also be because of the fact that people think that a lot of people thought there would be a stock split today. And if there's no stock split, the stock is going to go down. Because a lot of people bought Tesla stock with the mindset of, we're going to see a stock split. And that is not happening, at least not right now. And so, seems like we're seeing a lot of pressure because of, a lot of downwards pressure because of that. Look at Lucid. Look at freaking Lucid. My Lucid short is printing. It is printing gold bars. And I've been saying for like a month now, maybe 2 months, that Lucid was overpriced. It was overpriced. There was dilution coming. There was a lockup period expiration coming. They have not proven themselves. Their volume capacity of producing vehicles is not proven. They only have $4 billion in cash versus, Rivian has like $16 billion in cash. So they have to obviously raise money for the coming years. Right now, it's the perfect time to be raising money, raising capital. And it's falling. I don't want to say I said so, but I said so. Look what's happening, right? We covered Lucid, I think, in this zone primarily. That's pretty much where I started saying, like, okay, this thing is getting wacky. Even from the lower bottom of, like, 39, I remember saying, like, even at 39, it's too expensive. It's now sitting at 38, so there you go. There was a lot of people that doubted me, a lot of people. And I said that those people that doubted me were gambling on Lucid, that it was irresponsible and it was going to come down regardless of whatever people thought it was going to happen. And look at this, 38.1. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to go down further, but it is oversold. I think, it's down 15% on the day. It's most likely going to bounce back up before it's going to go down again. But yeah, there you go. Lucid is down. My short is printing. I told you so. All right, so let's see. Let's see how that is looking like on the 1 hour. It is oversold. I guess it's going to bounce very soon. Sitting at a support level, 38. 4 hours oversold. Daily chart does have room to the downside. We're not oversold yet on the daily MACD or RSI. Sorry. It could eventually come back to like the lower 30s to about 35, mid 30s. I see that happening actually. But I think initially we're going to get a bounce to the upside, probably get back to 40 first. So, yeah. What did I say? Lucid was going to come down. What did I say about Snowflake? Snowflake was going to come down. What happened to Snowflake? Which stock? NVIDIA. NVIDIA, right? What happened to NVIDIA? Where are all the NVIDIA bulls right now? It's sitting at 308. I started shorting this bad boy at 290. Then I shorted at 300, 310, 315, 320, 330, etc. I'm in the money on this. And AMD, I warned about it at 160. I was like, guys, this is getting overblown. People are buying calls like crazy. It's becoming a casino. You can check my Twitter. I tweeted it. Stock market is becoming a casino. Where's AMD right now? 139. I've been saying this almost on a daily basis that the semiconductors are overpriced. And we're seeing them come down right now. Heck, I think once the supply chain issues are resolved, we're going to see them go down even further. So just wait. It's going to happen. I'm gonna be buying Nvidia, by the way. If it gets back to like 250 or something, I will be buying Nvidia. But right now, I am just waiting very patiently. I'm not gonna buy it like 308 or whatever price it is right now. It's too expensive. And so yeah, it's pretty wild, right? Pretty wild. The plays that were the most controversial worked out best. The plays where everybody said you are going to be false, you're going to lose a lot of money, they worked. And they worked splendidly. Always go against the general population with regards to like trading and investing. It sounds really evil, but it's usually how it goes. If everybody's bullish on something, at some point that thing is going to come down so freaking hard. And you're seeing that with Tesla right now, right? You're seeing that with Tesla. Even Tesla, right? I've been short-term bearish on this because it's been a casino. Tesla was turned into a casino. I mean, remember, it got all the way up to $1,200. It turned into a casino. 70% of people buying calls is retail, right? So 50% of the call options was Tesla. So 70% of the 50% of the call options was retail buying Tesla. And that's how the price got to $1,200. Now Elon is basically selling at the top. He's selling at $1,000. That's the best deal ever. And yeah, we do have catalysts coming up. We might still get like a stock split. But I still believe Tesla at 1 trillion is still a little pricey. I did buy some Tesla though. I have to admit, I have bought some Tesla. I bought some Tesla Maesla. But I bought Tesla at around 980. Right, I bought a small amount, just a couple $1,000, just to have some in case I'm very wrong about Tesla and they're going to do a stock split and they're going to come out with rocket thruster roadster, and that's going to be delivered very early on. I mean, the scenarios that people are sketching out for Tesla are just so hyperbolic. They're like, oh yeah, Tesla's going to sell 40 million vehicles in 2030. Like, you have to come up with those kind of future projections to like validate the current market cap versus like where it's gonna go. It's nutty. It's really nutty, but that's the sort of market that we're in right now. Every single person is hyper bullish on Tesla. We'll see how that's gonna turn out. Bumble's starting to bounce a little bit. Nice. Robinhood is starting to bounce a little bit, and I think Robinhood is still very cheap. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, Robinhood is still down like 7.7%. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. It is sitting at a support level right here. That's first of all. Down 7%. And that is most of all. I think most of that selling pressure is coming from the from the insiders. So there's a bunch of insiders that now have access to their shares, and they're selling because they're panicking. They're seeing this market. They're like, oh my god, markets are going down. I'm gonna sell my Robinhood stock before it's too late. And so you see that selling pressure. The lockup period expiration was about 8 days ago. It's fairly recent. It's about 31 million shares that got available, that became available for people to sell. And I think we're seeing still selling pressure from that. It really reminds me. It's very reminiscent of Palantir's lockup period expiration. If you remember that, there was so much selling pressure. We had Palantir staying flat for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I think it's kind of similar to what we're seeing right now with Robinhood. But I'm very bullish on Robinhood. I think the company is doing great. I think it's a matter of time before we see some bullish news, and that is going to be pumping up the stock. It's going to pump up the stock like crazy. Like, it's a matter of time. Mark this, right? Robinhood at 21.9 is an absolute bargain. 3 to 4 weeks from now, we're going to be way up from here. So long as rates are going to stay unchanged, so long as the tapering is not going to be adjusted too much, I still believe that this is an absolute bargain for not only Robinhood, Bumble, Shag, GGPI, Twitter, Snapchat, Beyond Meat, CRISPR, UiPath, SoFi, Virgin Galactic, some Alibaba. I'm going to keep on naming these because these are the stocks that I think on any bullish tailwind, they're going to fly. And I've actually listed the reasons. Oh my God, look at that. Lucid is going down to 37.6. I don't have that many shorts anymore. I took profits on a lot of my shorts because I wanted to buy the dip in many other stocks. But I still have some Lucid shorts, and they're doing incredible. They're doing incredible right now. And I'm going to leave them be. I think it's going to go back to 35. And it's not a significant amount, so I don't necessarily want to take that off the table. So, point being, Neo at 34, fantastic. I like that. C3 at 32, have fantastic earnings. Palantir 19.2. How often do you get a discount like this in a market where yields are sitting at 1.4%, 1.5%? There is no alternative. There is no freaking alternative right now. It is stocks or it is inflation. You choose, right? You want to hold cash and let it burn, or do you go stocks? You can put it into real estate, but I think real estate is going to be very fragile when interest rates go up, and you're going to be stuck. Investors will be stuck with that for quite a time. I think it's a lot more of a hurdle. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I have been, in the past, I have been vocally bearish on the markets. That we will get a crash at some point, but not right now. We're not quite there yet. I think we still have the monetary policy, the fiscal policy. The money printer, their interest rate sitting at 0. We still have the fiscal stimulus. We have a bunch of things going. We have that holiday spending that is still going to be priced in. The GDP growth is going to be good for the coming year. Unemployment is still relatively high, but it's gradually improving. And there's just not a whole lot of things going wrong yet. So long as stimulus is still there, I will remain bullish. Let's see. There's about 5 more minutes left until power hour. Let's see if we can get that going. Power hour in 5 minutes. There we go. Tomorrow will be the mother of all dips. I don't think so. I really don't think so. You have to understand, if people are expecting a bad result tomorrow, then if tomorrow is not extremely bad, the market is going to rally. It's always like that. If everybody expects a bad result and it's not bad or it's slightly bad, markets are not going to go down. Because they're going down right now for tomorrow. Because people are bearish today. Who knows what people are going to think tomorrow. I mean, we better get some really bad CPI, like as in plus 1% or something month over month. Or I don't think the market is going to go down at all. But yeah, then again, we could get very bad CPI. So that's still a possibility, with the holiday spending. We got 4 more minutes till power hour. Look at the Nasdaq. What did we say? We said there was a support right there. Oops. Support right here. We broke that support, so that didn't matter anymore. But yeah, remember what I said previously, right? A couple days ago. I said that we would get a rally up to this resistance here, then a downturn to the 16K right here, and then bounce into the end of the year. And then the next support will be around, let's see if we can grab that. I think we could go all the way down to 16.1K until we really bottom out, and then we swing back up. Nasdaq is down about 1.1%, S&P down 0.5%. ARK, look at ARK getting annihilated. ARK is down 5%. Russell down 2%. The VIX is climbing again. Of course, the VIX is going to climb. When you have like the Russell down 2%, Nasdaq down 1.1%, VIX is going to go up. Gold is up or down 0.3%. Interesting. Dollar going up. People are liquidating everything. People are liquidating literally everything right now. At this point, I mean, just scroll. I'm scrolling through my watch list. Almost everything is down. That's value stocks, recovery stocks, growth stocks, tech stocks, everything. And cryptos are down. You can see right here that the bond market is doing pretty well, though. Bonds are going up. 10-year yield is going down because people are fearful. And that is what we're seeing here. Robinhood is bouncing. Bumble's going down further. Interesting. Robinhood is sitting at 21.9. What a day. What the hell, man? That is such crazy amount of movement. And nothing is unscathed. Like, everything is going down. Oh my god. Look at the selling pressure on Lucid. 37.7. This feels so good. Sometimes when you have like an idea, when you have a theory, you're like, why is reality not matching that that thesis? But then you wait. You're patient. You start shorting the company. You're like, I'm pretty darn sure this thing is just overvalued. And you wait a couple days, and it just keeps going up. You're like, frustration. But the markets can stay irrational for a long time. So if you have your risk managed appropriately, and you have a thesis, and you think that this company is overvalued, it's overpriced, eventually that stock is going to come down if you're right. There you go. 37.6. I mean, Lucid was sitting at 55 just recently, right? The 1st of December. That's a week ago. That is a little over a week ago. This company was sitting at 55. Now it's sitting at 37. That's a downturn of approximately 33 percentage points. That's amazing. Oh, and it is going to be Power Hour in about a second here. Any moment now. It is Power Hour. Let's get it going. Power Hour coming in here. Oh boy, stocks are just red across the board. Can we get that last hour pump? We got that yesterday, right? I mean, remember Robinhood? Robinhood got that last minute pump yesterday. You can see this right here. We got a move of in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Robinhood went up 5.6% yesterday. The last 1 hour. That was one hell of a power hour for Robinhood. We could get that again. It wouldn't be too surprising. I mean, look, it's sitting at 21.9. Bumble sitting at 36.3 right now. Though there's a massive gap that it could fill, actually. So, what are we seeing here? Alibaba came back down 2.8%. Facebook is going flat. I mean, Facebook is doing pretty phenomenally. Apple is up about 0.25%. I mean, Apple just does not go down anymore. I view Apple as the piggy bank of institutions and hedge funds, and they just keep buying Apple and they will not sell. It's like a substitute for their cash. You know, they have a boatload of cash. Okay. AI 32, pound 19.2. NEO is about to go below 34 again. And markets are actually bouncing a slight amount. VIX is still up 7%. Interesting. Robinhood is getting back up, about to hit 22. Bumble is stuck down there. Uber is down 2.5%. Netlist is up 6.5%. Yeah, so I bought some Netlist around 4.8, 4.9, and around $5 really, and it's outperforming the market right now. But I'm not holding it for the short term. I'm holding Netlist for at least the next, I would say, quarter or two. One sec. I got a message from my programmer. I guess the Nasdaq is bouncing. You see that green candle right there. Just slightly. I think that's about 0.25%. The Russell is bouncing as well. Dow Jones is green. I mean, I guess that's something. Fascinating. MACD is about to cross. Give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna search. One sec. I'm gonna look at the RSI. Right, that was really bearish actually. How many red days have we had? How many red weeks have we had on Robinhood actually? I'm actually quite curious. How many weeks has it been? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, no, I think we shouldn't count it that way. Let's just count it from here, from September, end of September. Keep in mind, in the whole month of September, we had selling, right? So from the end of September, that's when the market started going up. But Robinhood did the exact opposite. So as markets were going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 red weeks out of 10 weeks. So we had, wow, that's impressive. So 9 out of 10 weeks were red on Robinhood. Impressive. That's pretty wild. I don't see that very often actually with stocks. And we had, okay, so what do we have? We had the hacking, we had the lawsuit, we had the crypto wallets were like delayed. I think we had the lock-up period expirations. I mean, so much negativity. There's so much negativity priced into the stock. And it's still, it's still failing to actually bounce at all. Pretty wild. Market's so very negative. Crypto is still selling off. And remember, I said it today, right? That there's a high chance that we see crypto return back to lower levels temporarily. Because of the last time we had a flash crash, we had a bounce and a return to that bottom and then we'll consolidate until we actually had some good news. And that's exactly happening right now. With the Evergrande crisis and I guess the tapering does have a big impact on crypto too. Because that basically means that the dollar is not going to go down much in value. And one of the main reasons that crypto has been doing so well is because the dollar has been losing value rapidly because of all the money printing. All these currencies went down in value. We got 260 people watching and only 50 likes. What does a man have to do for some likes? Hit that like button. I would really, really appreciate that. Smash it right now. Let's get to 100. Once we hit 150 likes, I will dye my hair purple. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. Once we hit 150 likes, we'll do a little Q&A, and I'll be answering all your lovely questions in the chat. I did have a lot of requests from a lot of people to, dye my hair because me, Kevin, is apparently doing that. It's becoming a popular thing. No, it's not going to happen. Although I do remember saying that if Lucid would go to $100, that it would have dyed my hair red or something like that. That never happened, right? So I kind of won that bet. But yeah, smash that like button. Let's get it going. Let's get 200 likes. That'd be really cool. I'm begging for likes right now. We have a poll in the live chat, by the way, and I asked, are you buying the dip in the stock market? 56% says yes. 44% says no. I'm actually quite curious what the Fear and Greed Index is looking like at this moment. Fear and Greed Index, Fear, 36. I'm going to show you right now, real quick. Look at that. Oopsie. Everybody's fearful. But yeah, remember, we had a whole month of extreme greed, and now everybody's fearful. You can see this chart right here. We topped out just recently, a couple weeks ago, at around very high levels, right? It's extreme greed. And that immediately fell to extreme fear. And people are still fearful. I like to buy into extreme greed as whatever valuations make sense, short term at least. Because obviously, I'm mostly swing trading. I think long term, we have interest rates going up soon. I think swing trading is appropriate with this market. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on right here. Let's get back to the charts. If we are allowed to get back to the charts, that'd be nice. There we go. Oh, Nasdaq is pulling back further. Surprise attack from the Nasdaq. I wonder what's causing this downturn, though. Robinhood is pulling back further. Bumble. It must be big tech, right? Yeah, it's probably big tech now. We're seeing even Facebook coming down. Facebook was green for the whole day. Everything is coming down. AMC down 8%. C3 down 6%. Palantir down 3.4%. Wow. NEO is going below 34. Again. It's getting wacky. Gara, are you buying GGPI? Yeah, I am buying GGPI around $11. I'm buying a small amount every now and then. I don't have that much cash because I've been buying the dip every time I had the opportunity to buy the dip. So I don't have a lot of cash right now. I'm trying to... I'm taking profits every now and then from the pool of stocks that C3, for example. I took some profits off the table on the big positions that I had. I bought like $30,000 of C3 at like $30. And right now I'm still up on that position, but on average I'm still down, obviously. Wow, it went down 8%. That's pretty wild. But yeah, I said it. I was like, yo, there are some rumors going around that C3 is going to get acquired. It's just rumors, right? It goes up and then it just comes down instantly. Palantir at 19.15. What the hell? That is wild. Nasdaq still pulling back. We're almost at support. We're getting there. Although we have bounced from 16.17k. I think it's going to bleed just a little further. About a quarter of a percentage point. People saying, oh my god, Tesla's down. Yeah, I mean, look, Elon Musk, when Elon Musk is selling, you don't want to be buying. It's not a good idea to be buying when Elon is selling. I warned about this, right? Because if Elon is selling his shares, that's not a good thing. That's like extra selling pressure, and it's not a good look either. Plus, hedge funds are not going to sell or not going to buy because they think, hey, Elon is selling. Let him sell his shares, then I'll be buying after he's done selling. And in fact, some hedge funds are actually shorting Tesla because of this. So yeah, we're getting some nice discounts on Tesla very soon. This is definitely looking like a descending wedge, doesn't it? Whatever you want to call it. It's descending quite fast. Yeah, I'm not that bearish short term on Tesla stock because we still have Q4 deliveries coming up very, very soon, which I think is going to be lifting up the stock price regardless of all this selling pressure or Elon Musk selling. I still think Q4 is going to be good with regards to their deliveries. Oh, Netlist, look at that. Netlist is pumping up about 10%. There you go. That's happening as the market is going down. Isn't that funny? Speaking of market going down, stuff is still getting wrecked. Virgin Galactic down 4%. Robinhood down 8%. SoFi down 7%. I think SoFi is also looking quite juicy. We're seeing this pattern also emerge with Robinhood, looking kind of similar because they're kind of in the same industry or very close. Path is down. Path is only down 2.2%. In the after hours, we saw Path go down 7 to about 8 percentage points, and now it's barely down. So good news for anybody holding Path. I think they had pretty good earnings. 50% growth. Path is doing fine. But yeah, SoFi down 7.5. Oh my gosh. Look at that. BuzzFeed is down 22 percentage points on the day. I'm telling you, like, this could be a really nice swing trade. On any momentum swing, we could just go all the way back up to like $8. Just like, should be like a 30% move. Just for like a short-term swing trade. What else are we seeing here? Nvidia down 3.7%, AMD down 4.5%. Nasdaq still pulling back. Surprise, surprise. It's not a surprise because there's no support. And we've gone up. Keep in mind, we have seen the Nasdaq go up 6% in 2 days. Usually you get a correction to the downside. And I'll show you one thing real quick. Maybe if I hide this away. You see that big green candle? This candle that we see right here, we have not seen a candle like that since probably right here. Or maybe right here. How much was this? I think it's this one. Yeah. So what happened here? It consolidated, right? We didn't see a rally instantly. It actually consolidated around here. And then take into account, this was a downturn of approximately 12%. We only went down 7.5%. And then we had this instantaneous rally. So for us to see the Nasdaq go down like this, it's all right. I think it's perfectly healthy. Given the fact that we have CPI coming up, FOMC coming up, it makes perfect sense. Actually did warn about this before it even happened. So anyway. Right. We got about 45 minutes left. I think I don't see everybody hitting the like button, but I would love it. So smash the like button if you want the markets to go up for the coming days. I think if you press the button, it is going to work in your favor. So smash a like and let me know in the live chat which stocks are you holding right now, and which one of those stocks do you think is going to perform the best? I want to see if we're all on one line. Palantir is getting traction on Wall Street bets, but it's not getting traction on the on the charts. It's actually bleeding out to death from what we're seeing. And what else are we seeing here? So much blood on the streets. I have a feeling my camera's sitting a little too high. And my saturation is a little too much. Oh my gosh, BRDS. Peru is killing it once again. Damn. That's wild. I mean, I like the idea, but what can I say? Congrats on that trade, Peru. One of our moderators is a stock picking god. Oh my, look at Palantir. About to go below 119. Oh my gosh. That is so nutty. Palantir is just getting wrecked. It's going to fill the gap to like 18.8 at this point. I mean, we hit 20. I guess 20 was that resistance. You can see right here that the $20 was actually a support level. But now you can see that the support has become resistance. Support, resistance. It's the same level. I guess people are reacting to it a little differently now. Like I said, people are becoming a little bit more risk averse. They don't like to take risk. They want that easy Apple money, right? They're putting all their money in Apple. Look how much Apple went up the past couple days. 10% in just a couple days. Nasdaq getting close to support. See if I can do a little bit of a fib retracement. Yeah, we're getting, we're around that fib retracement. We're actually comfortably hovering around it. I still think there could be a little bit more downside, just a tiny, tiny bit. We still have 40 minutes left, right? This could still turn around for the last 40 minutes. Fairly confident that we could see some proper upside here. There we go. Bumble's holding that support zone here. That's nice. Robinhood is sitting at the bare bottom. Looks like it's not going to hold it though, because there's just no buying pressure. Look at the volume, just selling. People are just scared, very, very scared. They're selling. They want to have dollars. They want to have those dollars. And how do I know this? Look at the dollar. Look at the DXY. It's just going up every single day. People would much rather own dollars that would get wrecked by inflation than be in growth stocks. That is what we're seeing here. I mean, look at this rally in the dollar. Like, gosh. I think it's a mistake. I think it is a mistake. We're going to have elevated inflation for the coming years. I mean, not only are we going to have elevated inflation, we're going to have lower yields for a while. I mean, Ray Dalio said it recently, cash is trash. I think cash is only useful if you already have productive assets. If you have stocks or commodities, or you have some real estate, or if you're diversified already, I think cash is not trash. I think cash is king, because essentially it allows you to not get margin called. It allows you to, what's the right word for it? It gives you that margin of safety. But if you're going all in on stocks, on any downturn, you're going to get wiped out. In this market, it is important to not get wiped out, to be able to ride the waves. And essentially, like, if there's any kind of downturn, you can take that opportunity. This is why I have been saying for such a long time, you gotta have cash on the sidelines. You gotta have 20 to 30% capital, else you're gonna get wiped out. It's just how that goes, But a lot of people want to be all in on stocks. Let's just ask you right now. Let's just ask it in the live chat. I think that would be a nice question to ask right here. We had a poll running. We said, are you buying the dip? 57% said yes. 43% said no. Oh, by the way, hit that like button and follow me on social media. We have Twitter, Instagram, Discord community. We have a Patreon where you can support me. Check that out. Link is down below for that. Percentage of cash you are holding. And I'll just be like 0%, 25%, 50%, and then lastly 75%. Let's see what people are going to vote here. Let's remove that. Lucid is about to go below 37. Where are the Lucid bulls? I can't find them. They're gone. Oh, Robinhood is going down. Ooh, Bumble's going down. We're seeing. There you go. That's the extension to the downside. We're getting real close to like strong support though. And the Nasdaq is down about 1.7% from the top right here. Okay. Okay then. Robinhood is not able to hold the supports at 21.8. There you go. So like the majority of people out there don't have cash on the sidelines. And I think that is okay. You know, like I used to be like that. I would have no cash. I would be all in. This was like 4 years ago. Then I realized that there is more power in having some cash on the sidelines because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if right now is the bottom or the top. So if you're buying and it is the top and the stocks go down, you can still buy the dip because you always have cash on the sidelines. That's why you have, you know, I can't even speak anymore. It also encourages you to take profits when stocks are sitting relatively high. And I would say this only kind of counts for swing trading. If you're a long-term investor, selling isn't the worst thing you can do. You just want to kind of buy when there's dips, but you don't want to sell. Robinhood's just down 8.4%. Shag down, Bumble down. Bumble looking pretty sweet though. Looking, I might want to add more. This is getting pretty darn wild. Wow. We're almost there though. Just about a quarter of a percentage point, and I would say then we'll have like a temporary bottom. I think we're getting close. That's about 16,100, right? Crypto's still selling off. What else are we seeing? EVs are selling off. PALANTIR at 19, just chilling there. C3 down 6.4%. Wow. Big tech slightly green, really not that much. Recovery stocks slightly green, slightly red. Sorry, red. Big banks are down slightly. Value stocks mildly down, not that much. Netlist is going up. Look at that. Look at that run in Netlist right here. It's about 22% from the bottom. I mean, we covered this at the the market open stream, and I bought some Netlist right here. It is already green. Not only is it green, it's outperforming everything in the market. It's really fascinating. I've been following this stock for a couple months. Actually, one of our moderators recommended this stock, and it's been doing fantastic. I mean, we covered this stock back when it was sitting at like $2.5. Netlist oversold on Samsung verdict. Yeah, it is really oversold. I think even at 5.6, it's really oversold. It makes no sense. Okay, so still no real rebound here in the markets. VIX is elevated, up 10%. I think the VIX has been elevated for such a long time now, right? How long has it been? It's been a time now. I have a gut feeling that we're gonna have a new bottom. I think we're not gonna see the VIX go down below 20 for the next weeks. This should be the new bottom. Just like back then in early part of this year, back when the Delta variant came about. Until the Omicron variant is, until we know everything about it, I think we're going to see the VIX stay elevated at around 20 at the least. So we're going to see it like kind of trade the same way as back in end to about beginning of 2021. End of 2020, beginning of 2021. We had the VIX like go down substantially here because we thought that COVID, we were battling it, no problems, no new variant, and then we had this huge shift when we knew about Omicron, and that's when the fear came in, right? That's when people became very fearful. One second. It is Jerome Powell, not Omicron. It's both. It's not. It is both. There's a lot of things playing into the markets. It's not just one or two things. It's a lot of factors. I would even argue, Russia potentially invading Ukraine, like that is also having an influence on the markets. China, like the Olympics, that the relations between the U.S. and China and the West, that is kind of starting to deteriorate again. That is also having an impact. There's a lot of things that are on people's minds, and you can see if you just look at the VIX, right? Volatility is up. People are becoming more bearish, despite monetary policy and fiscal policy, and companies doing pretty good. So it's not just one or two things. It's a bunch of factors. I would say probably hundreds of factors that are playing a role in the sentiment here in the markets. But there's usually it's like a couple things that are really standing out, like CPI tomorrow or at the FOMC meeting. Let's see. NEO is sitting at 34. Yeah, still a lot of selling pressure, really. We're not getting any of it. We have about 30 minutes left, and everything is still down substantially. No rebound, no nothing, just bleeding out. I mean, yesterday, at least we got a bit of a rebound at the last hour. We're not even getting that today, right? It's just selling on selling. It is getting nutty. Yeah, no real changes. C3 down 6.2%. Lucid is about to go below 37. It's going below 37. There you go. Look at all that selling pressure. Who's selling? This is not retail selling. This is institution selling, causing margin calls, causing retail to sell. Obviously, I mean, institutions pumped this whole bubble, really. They started it. Even from the earnings call, right? I think it was JP Morgan or some other big bank. They're like, yeah, the stock price is doing really well. That's the only thing that they cared about, getting that stock price really high. And look what's happening right now. It's getting destroyed. 17.2% to the downside. Heck, I would consider buying some Lucid right now. Just a tiny amount. Still sitting at a 60 billion market cap, but I think there is going to be another momentum swing that's going to take it up again. Pretty much. Stocks don't just go down, right? You have these sell-offs, and then it bounces back up, and then it goes down again. So yeah, that's oh, look at this. So we're actually very close to a support. I think 36.3 should be around support. Russell down about 2%. Nasdaq is bouncing actually. 16,200 coming up. Robinhood is bouncing. Look at that. A bit of a green candle there. We have 28 minutes until the market is going to close. That's a 1% bounce, so that's not nothing. 1.2%. Let's see. What's happening with big tech? Apple going green. Facebook about to go green. Cryptos are still oversold. Could we get a rebound now? Like yesterday. See if they're going to buy this dip here. We're seeing a lot of volume coming in here. No, never mind. It's not that much. Never mind. That was a lot of volume right here. We're not seeing that much volume, actually. This could be retail buying the dip, actually. One sec. What did I want to do? Oh yeah. 22.02. Bumble's holding up. Not seeing that buying pressure on Bumble though. It's still selling. Palantir is yep, they're buying the Palantir dip. That's a lot actually. That's like about a percentage point coming in here. That's interesting. Yeah, Nasdaq is not having it. Still down. Russell down 2% still. Not really bouncing much. Oh, it's starting to bounce a little though. No, it's just continuing to sell off. Oh wow, look at that. Lucid actually hit 36.7. I think I like it at 36 though. Not that bad. Not that bad actually. Should I flip on this? Should I flip the script? No. I guess it's I would start maybe buying a small amount of Lucid at 36 right now. And then all the way down until like this zone here, right? So if it goes down further, see, that would be nice. But even at 36, I think it's still expensive. But yeah, it's more reasonable. I think it's a lot more reasonable to buy it at 36 than at 55 or 56. So yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, it's still falling. Look at that, down 18 percentage points. Like, wow. That is wild. Should I buy some? It's very tempting because now it's sitting at 36. I said it would come down to 35, right? When I was bearish on this. People saying it's going to go down to 32. I'm not sure about that. There's still a lot of people that want to buy this dip. Sitting at 36.5 now. I mean, this has been acting as support. This is a support zone right here. I'm gonna flip. I'm flipping. Lucid is I think it's an appropriate buying opportunity right now. 36.5. Not the best price, but it's a beginning. It's a start. I'm gonna be buying a little bit of that right now. Let me just quickly do that. 36.5. I'm buying about $300 of Lucid at 36.5. There we go. We have about 23 minutes left, by the way, so. All right. I bought about $300 worth of Lucid. Hopefully that won't be the end of it. Yeah, it could go down to like 33, right? So, we had like about 35% downside. It could definitely come down more, right? But I think right now it's a relatively high price. But if you want a dollar cost average, it's okay because it could come down more, and then if you dollar cost average more, you're gonna get a lower average price. Let's check the VIX. VIX is up 8%. Nothing too significant. Yeah, that is a support zone on Lucid. But yeah, the hype could die off, right? So if the hype dies off, we're not going to see that much upside on Lucid. The VIX, somebody's saying that the VIX is popping up higher, but it's actually going down. So I don't know how that works. Nasdaq remains relatively low. One sec. Why is everybody panicking so much? I don't understand. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, if you think about it, the Nasdaq is only down 3.5%. It's not a lot. That's actually very minor. The S&P, you know, if we take a look at the S&P from all-time highs, the S&P is down like 1.5%. It's only the Russell, right? The Russell's down a lot. The Russell's down like 10% or something. But the overall indices are doing fine. They're not down that much. Yeah, down 10 percentage points on the Russell. That's a lot, actually, for the Russell. So it could be much worse. Yeah, we could have had a 10% correction right here, right now. I mean, we've had that a couple times where just the markets go down 12%. We haven't had that. We had a 7.5% correction on the Nasdaq. The S&P went down 5%. That's about it. It could have been much, much worse. So I don't understand all this panicky, people panicking. Growth stocks could have been down much, much more. Like it could have been much worse. I think this panic is like coming about because of this. I think a lot of people are actually on margin and just using leverage, which usually in a bull market, a lot of people tend to go on margin and whatnot. So, which is usually a bad idea, I think, because you see what is happening right now, right? So we're seeing these stocks remain low as people are getting margin called and then whatnot. Lucid going down further now, 36.46. Interesting. RSI is going oversold. Tesla's about to be leaving the $1,000 level. Oh my God, we're getting there. We are getting there, and I think we're gonna get the last minute pump, like what we saw the other time. Pretty sure about that one. Yeah. Oh, my neck is killing me right now. Oops. There we go. I am a little surprised that Sheg is only down 1.6% versus, whatever's happening here. Like everything is going down 5, 6, 7 percentage points. VIX is coming back down. There you go. Lucid's starting to bounce. Lucid is starting to bounce. 36.73. I mean, still down 17.9% though. It's as if institutions are just saying, no, we're not buying. We're not buying today. I'm out. We're not buying. Which I guess that does make sense. Who's going to buy right before CPI? I do. I think we're seeing really nice discounts. Whether CPI is going to be higher or lower, I don't really care that much. Short term. We have about, I think, 17 minutes left. Things are getting pretty wild still. We did not get a bounce, unfortunately. Things are still looking bearish. for most stocks. Although, you know, we still have net list going up 14 percentage points regardless. And what else are we seeing here? Oh, okay, so we're seeing a little bit of upside here now. A little bit of green for the Nasdaq. And Russell, tiny amount of green. No bounce. If CPI is low, what will the market look like tomorrow? Good question. I think if we get a lower CPI, we're gonna get a massive run up in growth stocks. Like really, it's gonna be unbelievable. I think if CPI is lower, we're getting like transitory CPI. Everything is just gonna run up. That's what I think. Because of the fact that everything is so oversold, and people are still fearful, if we get a tiny bit of good news, it will trigger, I think, massive upside. But the opposite is also true. If we get like much higher inflation than we expect, then this downside is going to continue. But I think if we just get high inflation, I don't think the market is going to react to it. I think we're not going to see that much downside, because people are already expecting it. You know, when people are expecting it, then it's partially priced into the markets. I mean, we didn't see like a 7.5% correction in the Nasdaq for nothing. I think part of that correction was, oh, we're going to have higher inflation, which is bad for the high multiple stocks, because then it could mean that maybe we get interest rates, you know, maybe interest rates are going to go up earlier. And so it's going to trigger that kind of mentality. Somebody's saying, just wait until tomorrow. Wait until tomorrow. I'll tell you one thing. I remember there was this time when CPI came out and it was lower than expected. If you would have waited for the buying opportunity, you would have lost out so much. Because on that day, all the growth stocks went up like 10 to 15%. So you would have essentially missed out on 10 to 50% of gains. That's a lot of gains that you then miss out on, I think. So to say like, oh, you should just wait until CPI comes out, I disagree with that. I think dollar cost averaging is the best way. It is proven to be the best way, and it beats out any kind of market timing or whatnot. So, but yeah. Let's see. We could, I don't know, it could be wrong. Who knows? But we shall see. Bumble going up slightly. Robinhood is going up slightly. Nothing significant though. No big bouncies. No big bounce. Look at BuzzFeed just sitting at $6. Like, jeez. So much selling pressure. 60% down since the SPAC merger. I mean, I think to the people that are saying that there's a crash coming, I mean, look at some of these stocks down 60, 70, 80 percentage points. Stocks have already crashed, you know, the growth stocks at least. Lucid is back to 37. I mean, that was so predictable. It sold off to 36. This was a very strong support zone for Lucid. So it bounced off the support zone. There you go. I'm not necessarily super bullish on it right now. I think it still has some challenges. But you know, at 36, and I'll be buying a little bit, right? Like a tiny amount. I hope it goes to 30. I want to buy it below 30, but I still believe they have not shown us that they're able to actually produce these vehicles on a very large scale. So I still want to see that happen. Until then, I'm buying a very small amount of Lucid, not like significant amounts, right? Let's see. All right. Nasdaq is going down about percent. Robbing it to 22. That's still very low. That's nothing. No bounce. Nada. Nothing. No love for the growth stocks. Let's see. How many weeks of red have we had for Palantir? I'm actually curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to about 6 weeks of red. Ugh. We have never seen that, by the way. This is the first time in the history of Palantir that we've seen so much red back to back to back to back, right? So I would even argue it's worse than back then in February. If it wasn't for this real big pump that we had, I don't think it would have been that bad in February for Palantir. This is looking pretty painful. Because, yeah, it's just destroying anybody that's holding any kind of margin or leverage, or it's cleaning up the market in some sense. The high leverage part of the market. Lucid 36.9. Tesla's bouncing up slightly. People are buying the dip again. Overall, not seeing any signs of strength. Most likely because people have a bit of a wait and see kind of approach, right? They want to wait and see what happens here with the markets for CPI. It's like guilty until proven innocent. Okay, I think that's the mindset. Bumble going up slightly here. That's pretty sweet. Look at that volume coming in again on Bumble. Wow. It's nice. Pretty sweet. What about Virgin Galactic? Virgin Galactic is sitting at 15.7, right? Yeah, it's short term. I mean, it went up substantially, like 21%, 22%. Corrected a bit, like 5 percentage points. I think if CPI is not that bad tomorrow, I think we're going to see Virgin Galactic and just all the growth stocks go up. Bumble heading up a little bit here. As you know, we got about 8 minutes left until the market is going to close. So if institutions are going to buy at all, it's going to be right now. Because I don't think they've been buying. I think they've been selling. Palantir is getting up a little tiny bit. Robinhood is remaining low, actually. Big banks are going up. And so are the recovery stocks. Other than that, we're not seeing a whole lot of upside. We got a donation, although I can't see it here for some reason. I think, I don't know. Maybe it was refunded. I saw it for a second there and it just disappeared. I think it was... Oh, no, there you go. Nikunj Patel coming in here with a 2.8 Canadian dollar donation. Cheers. Thank you so much for that. What about Virgin Galactic? Did I actually... I think I already answered that question, right? Brain fart. Yeah, so my answer was like pretty obvious, right? It's like tomorrow CPI, not too bad. Then I think Virgin Galactic is just going to go back to like 17. It's going to go up like 10% instantly. It's not financial advice, but I think there's a high chance. You know, it's sitting at 15. It's sitting at one of the lowest levels we've seen throughout the past 2 years. And it's not like Virgin Galactic is doing really bad right now. Actually, they're doing pretty good. Bumble's heading up. Nasdaq is going down. So no, we're not seeing a rebound. Nothing. People want to see what happens with CPI. We'll have to see. We have 6 more minutes. 6 more minutes until markets are going to close. So far, so good. Nothing on Neo, nothing on Tesla. No buying pressure. VIX still up 7.7%. Bumble is actually getting some traction here. So at least Bumble's going up here. You're seeing a lot of volume coming in here. Last couple minutes on Bumble. And then when you look at it, it's going down again. It's like Schrodinger's cat, right? You look at it, then it's gone. You don't look at it, it's right there. It's going up. Robinhood below 22, not going up. Nothing is going up really. It's just everything is kind of flat. It's down and flat. So I'm seeing the same kind of stuff happening here with crypto. In fact, Russell is actually selling off further now. And we're seeing more downside. So 5 more minutes until market close. What a bloody day. Wow, Nasdaq selling off right before the close. Interesting. There you go. Some selling pressure coming in here again. Not having a big impact on the growth stocks, but I think it might be big tech. All right, so big tech is still red. It is just getting worse. Oh my gosh. AI, Palantir, Lucid. Oh yeah, look at the Russell. I mean, it makes sense that the Russell's going down the most because whenever there's like a CPI report, it's the Russell that reacts first. And you see the Russell generally come down the most, but also when it's like actually good, let's say it's lower CPI, the Russell goes up the most as well. I just think the chance is just so low that we get another sell-off. After all that selling, to get another sell-off, I think for that to happen, you need to have CPI be like insane. Like it has to be really, really high for us to see another sell-off on top of the selling. Like we've been selling for like a month or two now on the growth stock side of things. This could continue, but we better see some really high CPI if this selling is going to continue, I think. Let's see. But then again, I mean, we're getting the CPI report for November, right? So November, the whole month of November, that's like, it's peak spending, right? It's like right before the holidays, right before Christmas and everything. So it might be pretty bad. In fact, I think December is going to be a very high CPI month as well, which we're going to get in January. But yeah, regardless, I mean, these things, expectations do go up, It doesn't mean that we're gonna get like sell-offs or anything like that. I think we've seen the sell-offs happen already. In fact, it's happening right as we speak. You know what I mean? But yeah, markets are about to be closing in a couple seconds here. I asked the question in down below in the live chat. Percentage of cash you're holding. 45% said 0%. 35% said 25%. 8% said 50%. So the majority of people are actually all in. You know, about half of the people that voted. Which this sell-off is not benefiting you if you're all in. And we're about to hit support. Actually, we're getting pretty close. Nasdaq down 1.5%. And the markets are now officially closed. So that was it for today. Wowza. Wow. Insane. Lots of selling. A lot of fear. I want to check the fear and greed index. Just quickly refresh. A lot of fear. Yeah. So far, so good. I mean, we're still sitting at 16.1K, so I'm not too worried about anything yet. Unless the CPI, like if the CPI is going to put the annual level at like 7 or 8, see, that would be really problematic. I think the Fed is going to raise rates and taper very fast if that's the case. So it is something to keep in mind. Gary, you say all in, but we've been dollar cost averaging for them. Even if you're dollar cost averaging, I mean, you got to have some capital on the sidelines, right? You can't just go all in. Even right now, I have 10% of my portfolio still in cash that I'm not going to touch, unless we get some really dramatic downturn. But anyway, but that's it for today. Very negative. Let's just wrap this up real quick. Get this done and over with. Forget about today. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a bit better. Maybe this was it. Maybe we've seen this, you know, CPI report, all this fear get priced in right now. I suspect that tomorrow is not going to be a very positive day, but it really will depend on the CPI report for tomorrow, because obviously tomorrow, it's, you know, at 8:30 a.m. we're going to get the CPI report, which we're going to cover. So we're going to live stream the whole thing. Yeah, anyway, well, I'll be wrapping up the stream. Once again, we're live from 8:45 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. every single day for market open, and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. for market close, twice a day. And we'll be streaming twice tomorrow as well. So, but yeah, we also have social media: Twitter, Instagram, Discord, you name it. Links are down below in the description, so check that out. And yeah, if you want to support me on Patreon, feel free to do so. We have some extra content there, like you know, the buy and sell signals and stock pick articles, and actually a lot of stuff. So yeah. All right. What a disappointing day. Have a good one, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow for the CPI report, 8:30 a.m., which could decide the fate of the market for the next coming weeks. Whether it's going to be a Santa rally that we're going to see, or maybe not so much of a Santa rally. So have a great one. Have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. See you soon.